So, the PS5 Pro stuff has arrived. But first, there's an important step to take before even doing any of this, and that's pre-setup with the regular PlayStation 5. There are a few tips here I wanted to cover that actually help significantly with saving time. And that's number one, if you have NVMe storage in here, and it has enough space, copy all games from console storage to M.2 storage. Because if you do that, you can avoid having to re-download or reinstall any games on the Pro, because you can actually swap the storage from this to a new console without a reformat. It's just plug and play and go. But you just select your storage. For example, I'm going to do this because there's nothing in main storage. Go to games and apps. Might be a little slow if you have a lot of apps installed like I do. And then you just select titles, select items to move, and from here, you'd move it from, it would be the reverse, it would be console storage to M.2 storage. But as you can see, I moved all my games to M.2 storage just so I don't have to reinstall them. There might be a few things you can't move, as you'll see here. Like sometimes there's DLC installed for games that you don't have installed for some reason. It auto downloads like DLC you own. Like maybe you'll have like some Fortnite files in here, even though Fortnite's not installed, or like some other stuff here. These are just basically DLCs for these games that are just installed in the console because they don't copy over for some reason. But those will be easy to download. These are like nothing compared to full-size games. So that's the first thing that you start with. Okay, next is disassembly of the OG PS5. It's easier if you have the right size screwdriver. Mine's a little bit oversized, so it has a hard time locking in there, but we got it. The old OG stand. Take this off. And mine has a custom cooler on it, which you might not have. But it actually helped considerably in making this thing endure 18-hour streams. So I'm going to see if this actually fits on the new PlayStation. I doubt it, but if it does, I will attach it. We will see. But it's great for the OG, and if it can't fit in the new one, I'll keep it on the OG because this is going to go in the living room. So when I have nephews over, they can play Fortnite on a PS5. Okay. That gets us there. Now, and this is how you remove the side I want to remove for the NVMe drive. To access the NVMe drive, you want to access the one that has the disk side cover. So you don't need to remove the bottom cover at all unless you're cleaning the fan. But since we're transferring to a newer console, we don't need to do that. We just need to remove this one. So make sure the drive is facing away. You kind of lift up here in the corner, and then kind of wiggle a little bit and it just comes right off. Then where you find the NVMe storage is right here. This is where the NVMe storage is, in case you've forgotten since you added it. Because I'm assuming if you're watching this portion of the video, you have NVMe storage. Now it has some small screwdriver holes, which is why I have a small screwdriver kit on the ready here. It's going to be a small Phillips, it looks like. That's the perfect size. It should loosen right up because I didn't over tighten it when I put it in there. Unlike the bottom screw, which I absolutely did over tighten somehow. Okay, remove the plate. Next, there's another small screw that has to come out, and this one's even smaller Phillips, but this one might fit. Let's see. That fits. Loosen that screw, the screw that holds the NVMe in. And you want to try not to lose it. That's why I like this too. This is perfect for holding screws as well. I'll put that plate screw there. And then the screw that holds the NVMe put it in there as well. Actually, just for the sake of being able to see them because they're black, put them in this side instead. Okay. Lift up gently and then slide it out. Here's the PlayStation NVMe with heatsink. Now, since I'm not putting this back in the PlayStation or putting anything else back in there, I want to keep this screw. We don't want to lose it. So we're going to put the original screw that held it down back in here, including the washer. Be careful because there's a washer here that could be lost too. That's under it. Just going to screw this in here because you don't need it anymore. Put the plate back on, because like I said, this thing's not getting decommissioned, it's just getting moved. Its purpose is now a family entertainment console. And this screw, put this back in. And all done. Got the plate back in. Now I just gotta pop this bad boy back on. Again, drive facing away. Look for these and line them up in here. Once it's lined in, and just give it a light tap. It's secured. That easy. NVMe removed. Now for the fun part. The unboxing. PlayStation seal sticker. Let's tear it all up. Okay, it's sealed and broken. Now it can't be returned. That's fine. Wasn't going to return it anyway. I can't think that there's no recycling here, to be honest, because I would absolutely recycle all this if I could. Pull the console out. You gotta be careful. This should have actually been put somewhere safer. Manual and cables are down here. Here we are. Check the power cord. It looks like it's the same power cord as the OG, so I don't need to swap it. I also don't need to swap this. I won't be using it. USB-C cable. I probably also don't need this because I already have one. But just in case, I'll put that over there. These will well, pretty much use these on the old PlayStation. But yeah, another controller. That's great. But I already got one set up, so I'll just keep this wrapped up for later. The console itself. All right, let's unwrap this beautiful bad boy. And there's something that's very important about this is, that's why I'm doing it in this order, is they basically, when I saw, you want to put the NVMe in right away, so it doesn't immediately start logging into PSN and trying to transfer off your old console and copy or download stuff again. You don't need to download that's already on the NVMe storage. Alright, now this, I also have some other stuff to install, so let's open that up. It's going to also be adding the drive right away before I even boot it up. I know. Okay. Apparently I got stressed cat locked in here that I didn't realize she was locked in here. Okay, this one's got a pull tab. That's easy, but I'll just also do it the caveman way and just shake it until it comes out. Disk drive. Instructions. A replacement plate cover, which is going to basically go, well, that's the bottom of the console, isn't it? Yep. Here. Yep, that's the top. So this plate is going to come off. Let's see here. You know, I can't imagine it's much different from the old one, so. Yep, comes right off. Then here's the tray for the drive installation. It should be pretty damn straightforward. Okay. Now 2 tabs, we want to match them in. This is going to match up to the port here, so we're going to be going like this. And snap. This thing now is a disk drive. It's really that easy. And we're going to use our replacement plate that they gave us. We have a disk drive installed and we have a cover. That's what a PS5 Pro looks like with a disk drive. And you have leftover parts, and that's fine. But we need to access the storage now. So now that we got the disk drive installed and the cover installed, the drive is literally the other side, and you just pull on the tab gently and it comes right up. And then here is where the NVMe tray is, which again is going to be back to a small screwdriver for this screw. And then the important thing is, before you stick it in there, don't stick the drive in there until you remove the washer and small screw, because this is going to go on. You got to put it in the right place. So you got to line the washer up with right here. And the washer will go in first, then drive, then screw. So with this drive, standard size, this washer is going to be moved down to this hole, the 4th hole from the bottom. But first I'm going to take the screw out. And then I'm going to clumsy and move it up. Now the washer is very small and it's easy to lose. So try not to be clumsy like I just was. Fortunately I didn't lose it. Stick it in the 4th hole, like I showed. I can't show you now because I can't tip it. Next, put the storage drive in. Pop it in and push it down onto the washer. The washer keeps it perfectly level. That's how it goes in. Then you put the screw in top. Remember, washer, then drive, then screw. And tighten it back in. And that's it. The drive is sitting perfectly flat on top of the washer with the screw holding the drive in, screwed into the washer and the console. So there you have it. The NVMe is installed into the PlayStation. It's back on first, don't you? Fortunately, it's easy to remove. Yes, you put this back in first. Don't mind me. I'm anxious to get fired up. I knew I left over the screw for a reason. Screw this back in first. Okay, now it's done. But again, this is so easy to take on and put off that it's not a problem. And it's back on. And now it's a simple Foley. Now we have a fully set up unit. Now it wouldn't be complete without the stand, which is also sold separately. You know how it is now. Vertical stand. Now this stand comes with 2 parts, but with the PlayStation Pro, you only need 1, so don't stress about this. You see this part here is a compatibility module to install this onto the old unit, which already comes with the old style stand like this. For the PlayStation Pro, you don't need this attachment. This is extra. So if you're sitting there fumbling with this, trying to figure out why the Legos don't fit, that's why. This is just an attachment that snaps into here that just makes it compatible with the old units. Unnecessary. The screw is right here, and there's nothing else in here. So now, get to the bottom of the console. There's a little stopper that just pops out just like so. Reveals the screw hole. It's a little piece of plastic. Put that over here. Next, let's get our stand. finger tighten it as much as possible first. When it's starting to get tight, so you get the screwdriver, it's probably way oversized. Tighten it just enough so there's no longer any wiggle. I still have some wiggle, so I can probably tighten it a little more. Actually, I guess there's still some wiggle by design after the fact too. I'm not really sure why that is. Maybe I didn't follow a step. But it seems secure. It's not coming up by any means. I mean, I can literally pick it up. So I'm gonna go with that's probably fine. It's probably by design. The stand is done. It's not gonna go anywhere. Some wiggle is just how it's designed, I guess. But it is on there correctly. And if it's not on there correctly, you'll certainly tell me in the comments. But it's on there good enough. Let's put it that way. And that's the stand. We are now booted up with all the things installed. The disk drive, the NVMe, all the wires are plugged in. Now it just wants me to turn the controller on and begin. English, yep. Display area, good to go. Flashbang. Anyways, that's not the important stuff anyway. Rebuilding database. Don't be scared, it's not reformatting the drive. It's simply just converting it to this console. Obviously update the system software. I agree, you can steal all my data and eat my children, yada yada. Standard license. Now, download is commencing. I'm not going to subject you to this. We've done the software update, now it's going through the process again. Maybe redo all the steps that I did the first time. Going on. Shouldn't be a software update this time, so now it's going to go in here. I run on solar power anyway, so energy efficiency is not really that important. Now it's installing firmware update on the disk drive. Registering disk drive. You can now use your disk drive. Continue without disk. I don't need to use a game disk right now. We're signed in on the next part. Require a passcode here? No, I live alone in this room, so I don't need any passcodes right now. Console sharing, offline play. I don't need to enable that right now. I don't use it for media. Skip and finish for now. I uploaded everything to the cloud beforehand. I should have included that in the video, I forgot. But that was the other thing I did. Besides transferring all the games to NVMe storage, I also uploaded every game save to the cloud. Okay. And as you can see, anything that was in NVMe, I got it. Anything in NVMe storage is already installed. But wait, there's more. My entire PS4 collection is also on an external, which right now I'm gonna power on and let it know I got some PS4 games. It's already connected to the via USB. It should detect them momentarily. I might have to go to storage to actually set it up, I don't know. USB extended storage. Well, it probably needs a second to scan it, who knows. There it is, it's coming in. Games and apps. Yeah, 5 terabytes of PS4 games in there, so it's gonna need a hot minute to scan that, but basically my entire game library doesn't require re-downloading. Now as for the PS4 settings, we're obviously screen and video, current output signal. 60 hertz, RGB, HDCC. Okay, yep. Image enhanced PS5 game or PS4 games? Yes. VR automatically. Yes, automatic. HDR always on. I actually dislike that. Only when supported. I don't like fake HDR. It looks bad in some games. You want to use it only when it's relevant. But there's one more thing I gotta do, and that's audio, because this thing is actually hooked up to a Dolby Atmos. HDMI device TV. Yeah. Device type. AV amplifier. Number of channels. This doesn't matter because I'm going to fix it in a moment. Audio output. Dolby Atmos. Because this is absolutely an Atmos receiver with Atmos surround. The present speakers are over there. They bounce off the ceiling, but okay. Now that's correctly set up. It's downloading updates now. Okay, let's check if the PS4 games have loaded in yet. It's funny, is it updated all the games last night. Yep. Games and apps. Let's actually go to my game library and see what's up. And there you have it. All PS4 and PS5 games are already preloaded because I went ahead of time and put it on any storage I could besides internal. Must be scanning the entire game library for updates. Save data. Download or delete from cloud storage. Select all, and that's it. I'll be able to get all my game saves on this very quickly. I prefer to do it this way because I don't know if you've seen the videos, but if you actually do console to console transfer, it could literally take 10 hours. That is ridiculous. I'd rather spend the time ahead of time preparing, before the PS5 Pro arrives, like I did, get all the files or all the game data transferred to external storage or NVMe, swap it to the new system, and bam. And I can download my game saves in probably a half an hour. So it's really that simple. But that's it. That's the whole setup, including getting your saved data back. If you have a lot of saved data, it might take a while, but especially if you have games like Death Stranding and Final Fantasy 15, which decided they save files need to be over a gigabyte each. But anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope it was helpful.